Hello everyone, and welcome to this Rawtherapee tutorial. Before we get started, you'll notice I have a new opening screen, and part of that is going to be putting the time codes of different parts of the tutorial there, because I don't want to waste your time and I want you guys to get the most out of these. So if you don't want to watch using one tool and instead you want to learn how to use a different tool, then you can first reference the time codes here, and I'll put the links to the time codes in the description down below, and then you can go ahead and make your way over to that part of the tutorial, and hopefully you'll get a better tutorial experience. That said, let's go ahead and get started. So in our last tutorial we went over the HSV Equalizer, and so we talked about kind of the S, the saturation, and the V, the value, but we didn't talk about the H, the hue. And I realized after I finished that I forgot to even use that tool, so I thought we would spend this tutorial doing that. So as always, we have a picture here, and let's go ahead and do some cursory edits just to make sure that we get the best results. So I'm going to head over here, and I'm going to apply my lens correction, and then I'm going to come over here, and looking at my histogram, I can see that my image is slightly overexposed. So let's go ahead and pull our exposure down just a hair, and then let's increase the blacks just a little bit. Now I took this shot early in the morning, and there was this haze that was happening, and so there's kind of two ways to counteract the haze. The first way is to head over here to the contrast or the detail tab, and then come here to haze removal. So I'm going to turn on the haze removal, and I'm going to use this show depth map, and what I care about is the rock here. So I'm going to turn on the depth map, and then I'm going to adjust the strength, and you can see if I bring the strength down, it's 0. And then I'm going to decrease the depth. And the reason I'm decreasing the depth is, you can see now we've lost the sky in our depth map. So I'm going to increase that until I get those clouds back. And I'm going to turn this off, and the effect is pretty subtle. So let's increase the strength now. You can see if I increase it all the way, the colors get really saturated and we start to get some weird color shifting. So I don't want to do that. Instead, I'm just going to reset this here to 50, turn it off, turn it on. Okay, now that I've done that, I'm going to come back to my curves here and change this to flexible. And I'm going to start by pulling this bottom part of the curve down and increasing this top part. I don't want to lose the sky. If I increase it too much, you can see that the sky just becomes white. Now I could always first create one version of this photo that just deals with the foreground and the rock, and then another version that deals with the sky, and then comp those again in GIMP later on, but that's a different tutorial. So I'm going to kind of work these curves here. Okay, so then I can turn the curve off by going to linear, and then I can turn the curve on by going back to flexible and see the difference. Next I'm going to add some saturation. Okay, so now that we've done all of these edits, let's go ahead and turn on the HSV Equalizer. Now you may not like the edit that I've done here, and actually I don't really like the edit here either, but the point for me in this is to actually isolate the sky and turn it into a different color using the hue of the HSV Equalizer. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on this add adjustment point to curve, and if I look at it, it says to adjust the point, hold the control key while left clicking on the corresponding area in the preview. So I'm going to hold this here, and I'm going to add a curve by control left clicking. And then I'm going to come over here to another blue and add another curve, and control left click. Now you can see I've added two curves right here. in my equalizer. And I'm going to go ahead and delete all of these other ones. Now that I have that, I can actually increase or decrease this curve. And as you can see, as I increase it, it actually changes the color according to where it is on this hue chart here. So as I'm increasing it, you can see the color has become yellow. So I've actually taken this color of blue and increased it and then moved it along backward. If I decrease it right here, you can see I actually go into red there, and so I'm moving the color from here along the hue chart to the right. So if I actually move both equality, I can actually change the color of the sky. But you'll see that I've also changed the rock and the trees down here, and I don't want to do that. So now I'm going to use the same tool and select someplace on the rock and control left click, and then I'm going to move that back up to normal and can select a tree, move that up to normal, and select some grass. Okay, and then once I've done that, I can actually move my curves just like we did in the last episode and tighten those curves up so that only those colors that are nearest these two blue control points are affected. And now you'll definitely notice that I've got some weird stuff going on here, but on the whole we've kept the colors relatively the same and instead just messed with this color of the sky. So this is just meant to demonstrate what you can do. What this would be great for would be if your subject, let's say, is wearing a colored shirt and you want to change that color, then you can isolate that color and you could use the saturation to desaturate it and make it white, and then you could use the value and bring that color down to make it black, or you could use the hue in order to change the color of that shirt from, let's say, a yellow to a green. Obviously this particular edit is fairly terrible, but it's just meant to show. It's meant to show and it's meant to teach. So anyway, I hope that this has been helpful for you guys. If this has been helpful, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time.